Welcome back to another episode of the Talkative Sports Podcast. Today I'll be your host, and we have Kaz with us. Marcus couldn't make it this week. He has some husband duties to attend to, wish him all the best. But yeah, we're back and we're going to get right to it. We had a lot of Champions League games that ended today. We had a bunch of, interesting things happening in the Premier League right now and, across Europe as usual. So I guess if you want to start somewhere, should start yesterday. Look at maybe Man U getting lucky in Europe and, Arsenal winning. We had a Napoli win, a Real Madrid win. And, it was a good day for the favorites. So, Zach,
Yeah.
is there anything from yesterday you'd like to speak on, comment on? Anything interesting going on?
Well, if we don't talk about Harry Maguire, I feel like the universe is gonna explode or something. He's been under the most pressure, and yeah, the last two games he's delivered for them. So
Yeah,
they still
Maguire.
make the round of 16, but at least they've won their only game in which Harry Maguire has literally won for them. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I saw a couple of Maguire stats out. They've actually won more games that he's played in than they haven't. So it's kind of like flipped the switch for him ever since they demoted him and uh, relegated him to a bench player. And yeah, he's still playing because we got Varane and Lissandro that don't know how to stay healthy. So it's like they kind of need him.
yeah.
And
Ryan is an old center back, and Lissandro is an undersized center back. So
yeah.
expect.
Yeah, it's like a man. For all the talk of getting rid of him this summer, it's like so funny just to like watch it come back, and now he's still that guy for them. Like I think he made the right choice not leaving for himself because he's still getting paid, and now he's showing what he's worth. So he might play himself into staying, but I think that's more of a bad thing on Man U's part. Maybe because they didn't accept those bids. I don't know why. Maybe they was too low or their
They didn't have,
inability to bring in a replacement.
yeah, they didn't have a replacement. That was a real issue. They
Yeah.
didn't have a replacement.
Well,
Yep.
Man U struggling overall in Europe. Um, there's a very decent chance they don't make it out of that group.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Galatasaray.
I didn't think that
Mm,
this win that made me look it out. Oh,
no.
but Harry Maguire gave them their one win they have in the group.
Yeah, and that was a and you also don't you can't count out Onana at the end, making that glorious penalty save to keep
Oh,
them in. Yeah.
they, we,
Mm.
I knew Onana would be fine. It was just some of that Man U that was
The
pretty.
stench was upon him.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was him a little bit. You just needed to like take a little break, a little vacay, and come back to it. Look at him
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I really think if we had signed Onana, all this other talk would have been.
Should have been
Yeah.
it
He
should
would have been well protected. He probably he would have the most clean sheets because
as
we
well.
actually defend well, but
Yeah,
you know, as far as Man U in the Premier League, though, it's like, where are they in the Premier League? Let me see.
just in front of us.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they're still down in the dumps with us. So yeah, they're 3 points ahead, which isn't bad. But they also host Man City next. So good luck with that.
Yeah, it'll be a great match. We'll see.
Yeah. Um, apart from Manu yesterday, we got the usual, the expected wins from Bayern being Galatasaray, Inter being Salzburg, Real Madrid winning, Arsenal. I think they came from behind to win for
Yeah,
Arsenal.
they did win. So
Um,
once it,
Napoli win, and I guess we could just skip all those guys and go to the biggest matches of today, which belongs to the guys in the group of death. Uh, Borussia Dortmund drawing with Milan. We had wait, no, I'm on the wrong match day. I am on the wrong
PSG,
match day. Yes, PSG destroying Milan.
thank you.
We have Dortmund getting away with one at Newcastle. Atletico in and drawing.
Dortmund beat Newcastle at Newcastle.
I watched that game and it was a full frontal assault from Newcastle. They hit the bar twice. I think either twice in the last 30 minutes or twice in the last minutes of each half. Um but Dortmund played really well defensively. I think they got away with one because, they were very lucky to not concede and Newcastle were allowing them to just hit on the counter, which is where their goal came from, a mistake when the ball up the field. And I know Newcastle got to be disappointed right now because, yeah,
Dominated that game, it looks like, and they just couldn't
they
close it
couldn't.
out.
I think this is like their first game this season where they haven't scored too. They also lost Isak real early too, which definitely didn't help. But yeah, this group of death is getting really interesting. Got PSG on the other hand, absolutely flying at Milan, which is AC Milan. I don't think they've won in the Champions. I don't think they've scored in the Champions League this year.
Oh, interesting, Shaq.
Let's
Because I
see.
thought that were your pick to win the Scudetto.
To win the Scudetto, but Champions League is different gravy. But seeing how they're getting like
You
just like torn
okay?
apart, it's like, should I rethink that? Yeah,
Maybe
they've conceded. Wait, what's their goal difference? The goal difference is -3. Let me see if I can
you saw
get
how
their
bad they
matches.
lost to Inter, right?
Well, that wasn't a bad loss though. I don't think that was a bad loss. They lost. They got a red. They shot themselves in the foot in that
You
game. They got a red card.
a loss to your rivals is not a bad loss.
It is a bad loss, but all things considered, I wouldn't
But
say it's not a bad loss as in they played terrible and got destroyed. It's a
but
bad loss as in these are games they need to win to be champions.
exactly because the games that you lose to them, those are points that they're gonna have up on you. So it's
Yep.
a bad loss if you want to win the title, like Shanks
Yeah.
is saying.
It's a huge knock against their title hopes. Definitely a huge setback, followed by another one at PSG.
Yeah, they don't look
Um,
better. They don't look any better.
yeah, I'm not really sure about Milan. I think what will be their downfall this season is when who starts picking up those knocks and niggles and he's out for two
He may not
months.
even pick up a knock, but he's not a very durable player. Like
It-
his production normally goes down as the season went on, and then he
yeah,
he
well,
he 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 may not pick up knocks, but like he's not as fit as often.
even like staying healthy too. You can see he started off fast with a hot streak, which is totally just went ice cold right now.
Mhm.
Um, but he's not the only player on that team. I'll just say that I hope for their sakes he stays healthy and gets just give him just do what you did in the first couple games, like three times again for the rest of the season, and then let the other guys pick up the slack. I don't if he goes missing there, it's not going to end well for Milan. But it's already not going. It's already starting to go south this early.
But I'm not even looking at CP.
Mm.
I never saw Milan's destiny based on Christian Pulisic because, like I told you, he's not a very durable player. I saw Milan's future based on Rafael Leao and whatever striker they get him. Can you tell me his striker?
80-year-old Olivier Giroud.
That's
Wait,
this,
Zlatan finally retired, huh?
this professional soccer is not complicated. It's not. You have a left and right winger. You need you have a striker. You'll be fine. Alvarez, De Bruyne, Haaland, Kane, and the billionaires of attacking mids he has, but behind him, even Son and James Madison,
Yep.
Salah. What's the other guy's name? The left winger,
Luis.
Darwin Nunes. You
Nunes.
you need a striker.
Gakpo.
You need some kind of striker that can score goals at a high clip and play. Look at Inter. Inter is high flying Inter. Lautaro Martinez came off the bench and scored 4 goals.
But they do have Luka Jovic and Samuel Chukwueze though as forwards.
Chukwueze is supposed to be taking Pulisic's position.
He's also injured right now, but Jovic is also there. What's going on? 0 goals, 0 assists, started 4 matches.
Never been a prolific striker. His most prolific season was last season in Germany. That's saying something. Not very good.
Well, that Germany season was a while ago too. Since he's been sticking it up at Madrid and Florentino was not that bad last year.
But still though, he's not that good a player. He was found out at Real Madrid and he just hasn't found that form that he found at Bundesliga since. But even with like all of that, like high flying Inter, man, what did they go out and get Lautaro Martinez?
They got him a striker.
A striker, or even then a striker, he's like he may not be a out and out striker, but he's in like hybrid attacking mid.
He's a goal scorer.
He's a goal scorer.
Yep.
That's what they did. They went out and got Lautaro Martinez, a goal scorer next to him. Like
Yep.
I don't know what Milan is thinking. Like Leao is just gonna be Superman, and like Leao is. It's not like they're playing Leao at striker. Like he's playing like a hybrid winger supporting striker role. Well, supporting striker role means there need to be a striker for him to support. Can't just be a statue there. No offense, I love you, but
you can't be starting Giroud all season. It's not gonna work.
Man, like Giroud can still play. Don't get me wrong, but he's not in today's game. He's not. He's not a 90-minute per game player. He's just not.
He's more like a special teams guy. He's like a super sub.
You need a goal.
He's like a
header,
cup games, halftime sub.
Yeah, absolutely.
They definitely do need a striker because looking at Inter, they got Thuram, they got the other, Arnautovic, and they have a certain Alexis Sanchez up there. So those guys are known for going goals.
Yeah, scored the winning goal. Like they have other strikers, other people that can put the ball in the net. That's what Milan needs. Milan basically just got Chelsea's failed team. Okay, Tomori. Okay, Loftus. Okay, Pulisic. It's like, okay, but like you have better players than we have on Chelsea. But you're not putting them to good use. You're coming and getting our, no offense, Loftus-Cheek and Pulisic, but rejects, quote unquote, and playing them. Mind you, Tomori
surplus to requirements.
Tomori has been outstanding, but besides that, like you need heavy hitters. Like you need seriously.
I mean,
and they do have the other striker, the Nigerian guy, Okafor, but can you really trust him? Like he comes from RB Salzburg. Salzburg. Are there any Salzburg strikers that have been like really prolific? I can't think of one. Can you?
Salzburg, no. Leipzig,
Striker.
yes.
Leipzig is different. Leipzig is
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Salzburg. I can't think of one. There's only one Salzburg player that I can think of that's like, oh yeah, he's been legit. The West Ham guy came from Salzburg. Ajax got him from Salzburg. Alvarez.
Mm.
He's
But he's
legit.
not a. But he's not a striker, though, is
No,
he?
no, I'm just saying a
Okay.
Salzburg player in general.
Oh,
Striker,
okay,
I can't
okay.
think of a single Salzburg striker, but I'm just saying a
Yeah.
player. Alvarez and then the American kid. What's his name? That played at Leeds. Aronson. Those are the only two Salzburg players that like I've like they like oh, okay, oh wow. They came from our RB Salzburg and they're
Mm.
amazing. But
Yeah,
like
true, true,
what striker from I
true.
mean, no offense, Okafor, he he's I think he's 24. So he's still young, but like going to Milan, like I gotta see something. I just haven't seen anything. And clearly he hasn't shown anything in practice for them to start. Giroud is beating you out, bruh. You
That's
can't
rough.
beat out Giroud in practice. Like
Okafor
something's
is 23. He's
23.
23, by the way, and he actually represents Switzerland
You can't
somehow.
beat out Giroud in practice.
Look,
Like
look, all I need to know is that he plays for the Switzerland national team. That's all I need to hear. He's not him. He's
but
not him.
we know another person that plays for the Switzerland national team who is a dog at striker, who is a Cameroonian who's supposed to play for Cameroon, but scored a goal against us and well didn't celebrate. But I don't care because you know you're Cameroonian.
Who?
They already have a striker, Mbolo,
Embolo?
real Mbolo.
Oh, I didn't see that. He's not in the squad I'm looking at.
Well, because
Huh.
that's probably their B team.
Hmm, that's crazy.
He scored he scored like 4 goals for them in the World Cup. Like he's their guy.
Yeah.
He's their guy. Like he literally scored a goal against us and didn't celebrate. But I'm like, what's the point? You might as
Why
well
are you
celebrate.
playing for Switzerland, man? Why are you playing for Switzerland?
Like, why would you not celebrate? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you're a Switzerland dude.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
from.
like, I'm like, bro, put your hand down,
It's
man.
it's it's you've already disrespected everybody by playing for Switzerland in the first place, and then you score, and then on
Oh,
top of that, you're trying to show respect.
no, no, no. There is no respect. You already
Respect would be scoring an own goal.
no, I scored, and then you're like, oh no, but put your hand down, man. I want to see that.
Look, back to Milan. I don't know what their plans are, but
No,
I think they might be thinking they can play Giroud as a false nine and expect like the wingers Pulisic and Co to like
she
pick up
already
the
got
slack.
one.
But it's
He's
like
not.
Jovic. They don't. I don't think they have. Now that I've like been enlightened to what their squad is, they definitely do not have anything close to the firepower that
No,
Inter have, and
no,
even
no.
Juve squad looking Juve, especially Napoli. Those guys have
No.
like a goal
Like
scorers on those teams, like
Lazio,
Vlahovic.
there's look, Juve, Inter, Napoli, Lazio, they all have more firepower, bro. So, and I don't think Milan is beating. Oh, Milan did beat Lazio. Either beat
Lazio
or
have started off terribly though.
Milan tied Lazio, but like I was like okay, y'all had to get lucky to tie the worst out of those 4 teams.
Oh wait, no, they beat Lazio at home
Oh,
this year. Yeah,
they,
2-0.
so
Yeah,
they did beat
yeah,
Lazio. All
yeah,
right,
they beat them.
so they did beat the worst out of the 4 teams that I mentioned.
Yeah,
But what happened in the other games against the other teams? They
yeah,
were not competitive at all.
Yeah.
We haven't seen them play Napoli yet,
Yep.
but that's yet to be seen. Napoli been a little shaky, but that's because their best player has been, he's
Yeah.
he hasn't been there. He's still. I still think he's not fully back to his. He's although he
It's a type of pressure like a black player in Italy doesn't need. That thing has got into his head, and it's like I'm sure there's probably some other things going on too.
wasn't talking about Osimhen. Osimhen is not
Oh,
a
who?
player.
Oh,
Yeah,
Quaradona.
like I said, he picked up an injury last season, which pretty much kept him out of like the entire off season. So he's scored 2 goals the previous game, but he's still getting back to his best. So when he gets back to his best, Napoli will be firing. Whatever Osimhen does, that's on Osimhen. But it's all on Kvaratskhelia for that. Yeah, trust
Yeah,
me.
well, I mean, it's not even like they're faltering. I think it's kind of been overblown. I guess because they ran away with it last season, but it's a Italian league. It's not a farmers league.
They
Um,
fired the manager. Like,
wait, they
huh,
fired Spalletti?
yeah, bro. They split with
They
split. Either
fired their coach
they
that
split.
won them
No,
the league?
yes, the one that won them the league is no longer.
Wow, who the hell is Rudy Garcia and why is he coaching Napoli, man?
Spalletti.
This guy came from Al Nasser. Oh
I
my
know. I,
God, man. Why did they fire him? Because what? They lost what 2 games in Serie A this year? Like
bro.
what the hell?
It,
Nah, it
it,
has to be deeper than the results.
but Spalletti is Italy's coach now, so.
Oh, he upgraded somehow.
Yeah, so
I mean,
it's,
he already did what needed to be done in Napoli. He gave them their first title in years. He'll be fine.
I don't think Italy
I
is
mean, it is kind of an upgrade to like coaching
Italy.
national team. Like he's checking one off on his list.
Yeah,
Like every year,
he's
So
not
it's
winning
not
anything,
that bad. It's not that bad.
but
It's not that bad.
he's not winning anything with Italy.
They don't really have the personnel
They
to
don't
win
have the
anything.
squad. They don't.
Yeah.
They just yeah.
Yeah, but he'll coach them for a couple of years, not win anything, go on to his next club. Like I still think that it's crazy they fired him though. But
It
you
makes
know,
no sense. It just breeds shades of Chelsea doing what they did to Thomas Tuchel after he won.
it's like there's something going on behind the scenes. They're not telling us because like looking at the table now, they're only 5 points behind Inter, three round behind Juve, four behind. You know,
They're really
they're still the same team. They probably did get a little better, but like getting a new coach just like I think it brings the overall quality of the team down because it's kind of a reset with a new coach. Depending, but usually it is needs some time to like get the team playing his way and
I
vice
mean,
versa, all that good
you
stuff.
get a new coach after you just won the championship.
It's,
Yes,
it's definitely a down, yeah.
go down. It's
Because you can't really build on another person's work. You have to like reshuffle and
you
get your thing together.
can build on another person's work, but like the other person has already achieved everything. Basically he's already achieved the highest thing there is to achieve. So when
Yeah,
he
there's
leaves,
very big shoes
the
to
only
fill.
place to go is down because you
Yeah,
haven't achieved what he's achieved yet.
yeah,
So you can build on the team he's given you, but he's already achieved the ultimate prize. So
yeah.
let
Unless he wins the league.
that's it. That's the only
that's the,
Champions League.
that's the
Or
only way to even match and even that would be matching what
yeah,
happened before. But
exactly. The only
depending on
way.
the stats.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, Napoli definitely up there. I think they might also be struggling in the Champions League.
yeah, I
Look
never
for them
understood
in the Champions League.
a coach that brings you a title. But hey,
Oh wait, Napoli is making it out their group. Never mind, they're good in the league. I mean, in the Champions League. It looks like AC Milan is the only Italian team that's struggling,
Very
and
much.
Lazio, but even Lazio would still have a good chance too. So
Yeah, they probably have a
yeah,
better chance than AC Milan just because, like, I don't understand what the plan is there. I don't even think I've seen Okafor play in one game for them. Something is going on there. I
yeah,
mean,
I don't know.
even David Washington has had a sub in like one appearance. Am I right? Yeah, he's played in like one appearance. Something's
Yeah.
wrong there. Something's going on there. They clearly don't. Maybe he's not. He hasn't been fit. He's injured. I don't know.
Yeah, it's saying he's only played 232 minutes. So that's like what, 3 games?
Yeah, yeah.
Three plus games. It's saying he started 8 matches, but I'm like the math isn't mathing up. But
For Milan.
anyways, yeah. For I don't think that's that.
No.
How can you start 8 matches and only play 232 minutes? Like that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I'm gonna keep Milan in my thoughts and prayers. Since they're an Italian league, I know they don't have that much money to spend. I know you saw the meme where it's like Tom and Jerry, and it's Milan picking making meals out of the garbage, even
Yeah,
though I can't call those players garbage.
Chelsea rejects that were like, "Hey, you want him? Yeah, we'll take
Yeah,
him. You
I don't
want? Yeah,
even. Yeah, you could call them rejects. I think rejects is fair. I would like to call them a surplus to requirements to be respectful. But you don't want to sugarcoat it. That's fine. Um,
I can't, man. That's what they were at the end of the day.
yeah,
I mean, I really like Loftus Cheek at Chelsea, but at the end of the day, that's exactly what he ended up being at Chelsea.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, we
because
didn't. I don't even say we. Wait, was he a free transfer?
no, we sold him.
Oh, we sold him for probably wasn't that much, but
Not that much,
yeah, yeah.
but
We didn't. We were like, it's thank you for your service. It's time to move on.
I
Um,
mean, he was a solid, serviceable player, but like he just
yeah.
never the levels that we expected of him.
Yeah, he's always a leggy dribbler, good player, but not good enough to start consistently for Chelsea. But moving on to the Premier League, we did have some games. We had well, I'll save them for last. We had Chelsea capitulating against Arsenal. We had Manchester United get yet another lucky win against Sheffield. Maybe not so lucky. Aston Villa, the defeat in West Ham was definitely my highlight of the weekend.
Hmm.
Fulham and Spurs go top of the league. Newcastle beat up Crystal Palace. Man City beating Brighton. Liverpool, beating their neighbors as usual. Zach, what did you think about this past weekend?
No, what have I always said about derby games? Hard to win, easy
Easy to
to
lose. Yeah, yeah.
exactly. It was hard to win for Arsenal, but it was easy to lose for us. So it literally,
Hey, it was easy to lose for them because we were beating them easily. Like, I was like, are we really just spanking these guys 2-0, just
or the other
pedestrian?
way around. Yeah, or the
Yeah,
other. Yeah,
yeah, and then like all of a sudden we're in danger of losing. Like
win. It's hard to
yeah,
actually pull it off. If you can pull it off, oh, it's great. But if you can't, I mean, like just avoid losing. So at the end of the day, I expected us to lose. So
I did predict a loss for us. So
I can't complain from that game. I just can't. I can't. I'm not gonna kill Robert Sanchez. I can't kill any of them because the first 70 minutes was like
executed the plan perfectly until a mistake. And
and
you're right. You're right though. We can't really blame. Well, I can't blame him. I can say he's the reason we didn't win, but I'm not gonna kill. I'm not gonna kill him for it because I never expected to even get that close to winning in the first place. So
so
it's like, it is kind of disappointing to like drop 2 points. Oh my god, if we had won, oh man, I would have to drag Marcus out for this episode because there's no way he's escaping it.
What I'm saying is, I do anticipate wins coming like that. I do anticipate us beating Arsenal this season. I anticipate us even beating Man City. I'm so serious. So I'm
I
not.
mean, it's not that we can't win. I never said we can't win these games. It's just it's just hard to predict. I can't say we're gonna lose. Like this streak we're going on.
We are gonna win at least two of these big games. So
You know,
Tottenham's of your world, the uh, Man City's, Arsenal. Okay, I'll even just
Liverpool.
because it's them, I'll throw in Man U. Obviously Liverpool. But yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna win two, and we already played Liverpool. We already played Arsenal once, so you know what I'm saying. But our next coming fixtures against those teams, so maybe what like six fixtures against those teams, we're
Yeah.
gonna win two of those. We're gonna win two of those this
Yeah,
season.
I really hope the teams keep looking at us and thinking we're gonna be easy to beat because based on
They're
the statistics, we did dominate both Liverpool and Arsenal.
and we
Um,
haven't lost to a top four team yet, right?
no,
Okay,
no, nope. So it's like the belief, the strength we keep building, it'll get better. We got Brentford next. Um,
exactly.
people getting healthy, people coming back.
Brentford, you know us. Brentford's tricky, man, because Brentford, like, it's Brentford, so you're like, oh, where's Brentford?
But
They're
they
right on the street from Stamford Bridge, so it's a
yeah.
lot. It's an even bigger rivalry than Arsenal. They're literally down the street. Like you can walk from Stamford Bridge to Brentford. So yeah,
Well, yeah, I think we definitely shouldn't underestimate Brentford. They can
Hmm.
still beat people at any time. They do have their injury list is almost as long as ours, which is like shocking. And also, obviously Ivan Tony is missing, but
they're
it's a big game for us. Like I wouldn't say a must
they're a
win,
team
but I would like to win this game.
we
I
should be
would like to
afraid.
win this game.
You should be afraid of Brentford. Trust me, because in every game they've played in, they've like been in the game until the usual mistake here and there. But as far as like their attack is lethal. Like they've probably missed like how we miss a lot of chances. They're probably like third or fourth on that list. They miss a lot of chances too. Buemo and them Villa and them boys, they run. So Thiago Silva, oh man, oh boy. Thiago Silva.
Well, the good news is we have Reece James back, who and Malagusta has been looking good. Cucurella has been looking good. Colwell.
Yo, wait. Don't just go over Cucurella because I know why
It's
you.
one game, bro.
Because I know how much you've been talking about your boy. Saka licious. Saka this. Saka that. Saka
Saka
this.
is Saka. Look, man. I look. He was
What?
Cucurella had him in handcuffs the entire game. He had him in handcuffs. He had his legs cuffed to his arms. Yeah, Cucurella definitely one of the biggest surprises that game
Saka's
because
their best
yeah,
player?
pretty
Wow.
much yeah. Yeah,
Yo,
it just goes to show you how dangerous we can be when we have a good coaching and players fit and players playing well. So it's like not surprised. Well, I am surprised, but at the same time, it's like, Cucurella always had some type of quality. It's just been terrible
I
for
for
us.
60 million. Like, show something.
Yeah, he's finally showing the reason why we bought him. Hopefully, it continues, especially seeing as Chilwell is still out.
Because
Um,
he's not a very physically gifted player, but he's very quick in short distances, and so he uses that to his advantage. Like he's like I mean, just from how I noticed it that he played against Saka, he wasn't even letting Saka get the ball, bro.
Yeah.
He was
Mm.
like, Saka, if you want the ball, you're gonna have to fight me for it. Basically, every pass, like if Saka passed him once, fine, he would just come and slide tackle it out of bounds. Bro, I don't understand what got into him. It's it's like he came to the game like he sat down in front of his desk in his basement the night before and recited to himself, Saka will not get the ball. I don't understand.
look, look, he's probably just tired of being benched by a center back, and yeah.
That's good too. That'll do it too.
Yeah, especially when the first choice is out injured too. It's like, damn, I can't even get a start with Chilwell, and hopefully he continues because the competition, Chilwell will be back, and the competition will continue to heat up. You see Malo Gusto on the right. Like, I don't even know if I would start Reece James over Malo Gusto right now, but it's Reece James, it's Reece James at the end of the day.
But at the end of the day, I don't think Reece James makes that mistake for that second Arsenal goal. So
yeah, Reece James sticks to his man, and
I'll start. Yeah. But like I said, I'm not killing Malo because Malo is 20. He's a young player. Reece James, I remember when he was 20 and he was starting in the Champions League against I think Sevilla. He gave up a goal like that where he just lost his man and his man just ran behind him and scored. Like it happens.
Those type of things. It's not even like a skill issue. It's more like an experience and knowing how to stay locked into the game for the entirety of the game.
That will come with time. Like every young player, Malo's 22, right? 22. So
22, 21, yeah.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen. Young mistakes, whatever. Next game, let's see what you got.
All right. Looking ahead, I think. Do you have anything to say about the Aston Villa West Ham game? I saw that game too. That was a ass whooping.
It's coaching.
Yeah. Unai Emery.
It's plain and simple. Two contrasting coaching styles and Unai Emery. Playing styles and coaching styles, obviously, because David Moyes, his coaching style. I don't really know what
I don't even know. Yeah, I have no idea either, man.
But yeah,
Brexit's football. I don't know.
I mean, obviously, Sir Alex
old school English football.
Saw him protege, so his style is something like Sir Alex Ferguson, even though it didn't really help him in the Merseyside derbies, but that's neither here nor there. Either way, yeah, Unai Emery's team had their way with them. Just for the pure fact of the matter that West Ham, they're a counter-attacking team, and they're very heavily reliant on that. And I thought the signings of Kudus and Alvarez would help with that. It looked like it was a little bit, seeing as they had some pretty noticeable wins. But yeah, if your coaching style doesn't change, your team is gonna revert back to how they've always been. What they know, what you keep telling them every day, what you encourage, So yeah,
especially when you start Zuma every game, because that guy's always getting cooked.
It's their best center back.
But he's always getting cooked, which is the funniest part. I don't know. I would think they'll be more like solid defensively as a West Ham team, but
but that's how they play though. They play for the counter attack.
Yeah.
So when
that's not gonna work against Aston Villa.
Like it's not gonna work against every team. Like when for example, you play for the counter attack against high possession teams. Obviously, against other teams, they're not gonna play strictly like that. They may play like that in spurts, but they're gonna be more dominant. But against like high possession type teams, like I don't know, City, Arsenal, Chelsea's of the world, Aston Villa, it's gonna be a problem because like the more you give a high possession type team the ball, they're gonna work themselves into the game slowly. You're gonna slowly work yourself out of the game. Don't get it twisted. That Chelsea win they had, they could have easily lost that game. They had like what 35 possession that entire game. Two of their goals were like straight counterattacks that
Yeah.
Thiago Silva just forgot that he's 40 years old and can't run as fast as Mikel Antonio. And then the other goal, this Disasi forgot that, oh, I can actually step up and block Mikel Antonio from shooting it, having a free shot in the box, and then the penalty. But those were their only three chances the entire game. So it's yeah, when it works, 3-1. When it doesn't, you lose 4-1. So they, like I said, you live and die by your system, kind of like the Golden State Warriors, they live and die by the three. Well, you mostly die if you don't have good 3-point shooters. So just like West Ham, if you can't even possess the ball to spell out your defense, it's it's not gonna go well because, like I said, today's game is the high possession ball.
You
So
have to
what
be able to possess the ball yourself, even if you're gonna play a counter attack. One thing I will say in their defense, their style is good, guaranteed for at least one goal every game, which I thought
Yeah,
was pretty decent for them. They're ranked just above us in
Jared Bowen
goals scored.
Jared Bowen has scored in 7 games in a row.
Mm.
First place since what?
Oh no, that was Leon Bailey. No,
No,
not
that
Leon Bailey. Douglas Luiz. Wait,
no,
am I mixing it up?
it's Jared Bowen.
Jared Bowen for West Ham, 7
Yes,
games in a row.
yes, 6 games, 6 games.
Well, on the other side, Douglas Luiz has scored 7 in a row for Aston Villa, which is like a club record. But yeah, these teams,
I don't think he scored 7 games in a row. Premier League games is what I'm saying.
Premier League games. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think he scored 7 Premier League games. But
yeah. Well, West Ham, they'll be alright. I don't really care what happens to them. Um,
I mean, they're gonna finish what, sixth, fifth, like they always do. They'll
Yeah, they'll be in the top half. They'll qualify for possibly some type of Europe, Europa or Conference League. Um,
be,
I don't
but
think David Moyes is that guy for them to maybe try to get up to like Newcastle, Brighton level. They definitely need to go into the future of play more
I
modern football.
for you, is it time to start talking about Spurs?
I refuse to talk about Spurs, but actually, you know what? Yes, let's talk about Spurs right now. These guys are unbeaten in top of the league.
Yeah, man.
How and why is this happening?
Ange Postecoglou. I hope I pronounced it right.
I think you got it right.
Postecoglou.
Postecoglou.
Yeah.
They've scored 20 goals. They've conceded only 8, which is a league low,
I
tied
mean,
with actually Man City have only
Tottenham.
conceded 7.
Tottenham. They well, I'm gonna say this. Tottenham should be arrested because they're running a real Postecoglou market. Prostitution.
Stop. Let's not do this.
That's a bad. But
Yeah.
still, Postecoglou, man. Like, can you say anybody else? You want to say Son? Okay. Harry James Madison? Okay, we've been saying free Madison for how long? But Postecoglou, man.
Hey man. Yeah, he's a really good coach. I can't help but like the way he's got them playing. They always look like they're
They
gonna win.
believe. Number one,
Yeah.
the number one thing that I see in them is they believe in every game. that it's not that they believe that they can win, it's that they believe that they can play with anybody.
Mm.
They believe that at any given time they can be as good as anybody in any situation. And that's like that's shades of like Jose Mourinho, Porto
You can
type.
beat anybody, any team that you
Anybody,
face.
like
Yep.
we don't care who we are. We know who we are. We don't care who you are. We know who you are. We're gonna play
Hmm.
our game, and you have to stop us
Yep.
because we're gonna play our game. And that's I
If
gotta give
that's worth something, I'll ask though. Do they believe they can win the league? Do
no,
you?
no,
Good.
no.
Good. Glad we got that out the way. I think they're they're definitely a surprise. Maybe
Yeah,
a dark horse.
yes.
Let me see. What other competitions are they in?
I will go this far. They're a dark horse top four team.
Yeah, definitely top four is within their grasp.
It's within the
And
class, but I'm not like saying like, oh, they're gonna be top four. Mm. It's within their grasp, yeah. But because we know Spurs, we
um
Spurs.
you know what they usually do. They
So,
get
so
Spursy. But hey, looking at them,
who got them believing? So let's see how long this new belief system lasts. Let's
they
see.
also have the major, well, very major advantage of not being in any other competitions.
That's true. That's
All
true.
they have is cash
Actually,
out everything. Everything. They're only in the Premier League.
thank you for mentioning that. That is the number one reason I believe.
Like it's kind of early for like a team that's top of the league to not be in any other competition.
Telling you,
I'm
bro.
like I'm like this is now it's starting to make sense. They don't they got one game a week, bro. That's it. They have one game a week for the rest of the season.
Yes.
Like they have a week to prepare against teams that are playing on the weekend, on Sunday, then Wednesday, then Saturday. You know, it's like
Purpose. I think they did it on purpose, thinking like, oh, after 5 games, we're top of the league. Oh, let's. It's 5 games,
no
guy.
man. But I think they said, you know what? Let's we have zero expectations. I don't
Yeah.
even think they cared about getting knocked out. It's like hey, we're not going to win anyways, and now they're just
And
focusing on rebuilding and playing well as a team, which it could be
yeah,
a really good. I think it's going to be a decent season for them.
have they won anything in the
Any
last?
trophy, bro? It's been like 5,000. How many days since Spurs last? I followed the account.
They're desperate, bro. You can tell they're desperate. I mean, you can only tell by how the DR Sports guys talking about them. What's his name? Uh,
It's
I forget.
been it's
The
been
DR Sports. He embodies the true emotion of a Tottenham fan.
hmm,
You
well. I
talking
can
about
understand. I can understand his pain
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
this it's saying it's been 5,722 days since Spurs last won a trophy.
Damn,
Yep,
that's over 1,000 days is around 3 years.
that's 15.6 years.
You
Yeah, yeah. You know that's why they call them Spursy. They made it as far as the Champions League final, man, and still bottled it. You know, I know it hurts to be a Spurs fan. It's really painful. I know two of them, like, which is crazy. That's too many. I don't know. And Harry Kane was definitely not the problem. Anybody that's trying to like even try to say that is the problem. Has always been Daniel Levy.
they fired Pochettino. Pochettino left. I think Pochettino left,
I
right?
think they fired him.
They fired him.
I think they fired him.
Just like they fired Mourinho before the cup final.
Yeah, yeah, he was fired. He was fired 5 months after taking them to the Champions League final. Shit, Spursy. That's just Spurs for you. You know, that's how they move. They're a very confused club, and I don't know what their aim is being top of the league right now. I don't know if they're even starting to believe.
They actually said, you know what? Let's do one better. Let's fire our coach before the final game in the
Literally,
final again.
the week before our first chance in what it would have been 12 years to win a trophy, they fired one of the most winningest coaches in the history of football.
Of life, of mankind.
Yeah, that is why nobody feels bad for Spurs. Like, no,
Nobody, bro.
nobody has any type of
Nobody.
belief in them. Like, shit.
Nobody feels
Um,
bad for them, bro. And
yeah,
they deserve Postecoglou.
yeah,
They deserve Postecoglou
yeah,
because
they were
that,
getting.
that kind of coach that's like us against the world. Nobody
uh
believes in us. Let's go out and fight this thing. Okay, that can work for you in a few games. We'll
He's
see.
also not demanding the most, but also because he knows demanding stuff didn't end well for the other coaches.
It's not gonna.
Um, but yeah, let's see how they do when they go to Crystal Palace on Friday. Um, I think they'll win that game. And it got Chelsea and Brentford. I think we win that.
Oh,
Um,
that's when the real test starts to come.
mhm. You know, Arsenal are going to Sheffield. Wolves going to Newcastle. West Ham, Everton, and Aston Villa going to Luton. Brighton got winnable games for favorites on paper. But then at the end on Sunday, we have Manchester United
Just a derby.
versus Man City.
Derby
Do
game.
you think it's even
Yes.
within the realm of possibility for Man U to get a win
For
against the
Man U?
champions? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. What? That's their rivals, man. Come on. They believe.
Mm,
No, they believe. They always believe. Even the last season, they beat them last season. They believe.
I
One,
did now.
right? In the cup, either in the cup or something.
Bro, wait, was it to go to the final? I think of the Carling Cup or
Like
Carabao.
something like that. Something. They
Oh yeah. Wait, let me see.
they beat them
Um.
once.
Oh, they beat them in the Premier League at home last year.
Oh, there you go. And
Okay,
who won the Premier League last season?
Man City.
Okay, so it's not going to affect Man City's Premier League title,
Yeah,
and Man U win.
but apart from that anomaly, they haven't beaten Man City since 2020, and then that was January 7th, 2020. So, and then before that, the
If Man U still
19
win,
is starting to go back. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's definitely possible for Man U to win.
they
Do I
believe.
think they will? No, I think they'll. It's the Man U cycle. They win a couple games and they start to get belief. Then some team comes to town at the wrong time with the wrong energy that they can't deal with, and they come crashing down. So
Think
I
it.
think this is their reset the cycle game of yeah, especially if they start Maguire, they're finished because look, Maguire has been good. The Onana had a good game, but against the champions,
I
yeah.
mean, we saw somebody lock up Haaland, so
Well, I guess we shall see, and we'll be here again next week discussing the result of that game on the next episode of the Talkative Sports Podcast. I'd like to once again thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in, sharing, talking about the Talkatives. Please, we'd like to see you in the comments. And yeah, we will see you next week.